Okay, so good morning, everyone, and welcome to our weekly market outlook, where we look for trade setup and trade opportunities and how we can get best into the market. So we'll start off by looking at the fundamental reports for the week expectations. They're not a lot coming out, but there are some key reports that we'll be looking at from Tuesday, on Thursday, and on Friday from the Aussie, the Euro, the CAD, and as well as the greenback. So tomorrow being Tuesday, the 7th of June, there's going to be the cash rate statement, more like the interest rates, right, from the Reserve Bank of Australia. Last week, we saw rate hike in Canada. We also saw rate hike in New Zealand as well. So they increased interest rate. New Zealand increased interest rate by 0.5. Canada increased interest rates by, I think, 0.5 as well. And then Aussie is expected to increase interest rates by 0.5. So this is going to be a big one, right? This is probably going to be a big one because it's almost 3 times an increase. The current rate is 0.35, and analysts are forecasting 0.75. That's a raise of about 4.0, so 0.4, 0.4. So if we do get that hike, you can expect a very strong Aussie. Let's put it like that, and it's good for us because we are long Aussie CAD. I think we're long Aussie CAD. We're slightly long Aussie NZD. We're looking long Aussie USD. So depending on how that plays out, if we get this rate hike, that's if the market has not priced it in. It doesn't seem that way. We could see the Aussie, go on full bullish mode. So we'll see how that one plays out. And then there's also going to be the Euro main refinancing rate as well, which is expected to stay the same at 0.0%. No rate hike. That one is quite expected. And then there's going to be unemployment claim, medium impact news from the US, and then we're going to be having the Bank of Canada Governor Malcolm speaking as well. So depending on how bullish or hawkish it sounds, we'll see how the markets react to that. And then on Friday, we'll have the unemployment report from CAD, which we're looking at the unemployment change and the unemployment change and employment change, unemployment rates and employment change, okay, as well as the CPI reports from the greenback as well. So we're not stacked up with lots of fundamentals, but we do have some key ones. The ones that we're keeping close eye on is Aussie. I want to see if we do get this rate hike, it will be looking to favor our Aussie setups, our Aussie positions. And then also, we're kind of like invested in Euro. So if you know me, we've been buying EURGBP for a while, and that's been looking quite nice. So if this comes out better, or if we start having some better reports, we would even see the strengthening as well. But you want to also keep in mind CPI, as this one is a key fundamental news for the USD. Okay, so now we'll jump over straight to the chart, look out for trade opportunities and trade setups. Okay, now this will look for trade setups in the market. I always like to start by looking at the DXY, which is the dollar index that measures the strength of the greenback against the major currency pairs. So naturally, I don't trade dollar index, but I want to keep track of it because it kind of like it shows you the overall strength projection for the USD. So when you're looking to trade things like EU, GU, gold, all of those dollar related pairs, you can have a feel as to what the market might potentially be looking to trend or what direction it's looking. So we did talk about this. We're talking about this for a while. All the while, our price was still trending higher, and we were waiting for this break downward, expecting a weakened dollar because it's been quite overstretched. And we've had that. I think we were divergent in price and we broke below trend line. We also wanted to see a break below this structural low here. Now, we're not bullish by all means. The market is not now, sorry, bearish. I mean, the market is now not now suddenly all bearish because it will take more than just breaking below this low, right? The reason is you could see we've been very bullish for a while. The market has been making higher highs, higher lows for the longest of times and still continues. So even this, if we consider this an inside structure and we have this break, it's still, it's still subjective relative to this initial move here. So what I would like to see is, what I wouldn't like to see, what you wouldn't like to see if you're looking to short the dollar is you don't want to see price come up above this area, because as long as price stays below here, we're most likely going to continue to trend down until maybe we find some sort of structure and we look to pull up. But as it stands, it looks more like there's more downside potential. We have cleared support, or however you call it. We've cleared support. Not just that, we broke structure, so we could expect continuation downward. Now, the continuation could be in two phases, where we retrace and then continue to move down, or we could just continue to trickle down further before we make a retracement or something of the sort. So from the way we're looking at it, we'll still look at, so we're still expecting some more dollar weakness, which isn't bad. I'm not really shorting the dollar or buying it either. I'm just going to wait for the best setup, because I don't think I'm positioned in EU or GU. My main positions, okay, I'm positioned in gold. My main positions are the ones we've been talking about, EG. We also have some setups in AUDCAD. So those are our two trades we've been looking at, and they've been delivering to us quite beautifully. So let's jump straight into some setups. We'll look at EU, that is the euro dollar, and then we'll look at potential trade opportunity for the week. So remember, you remember this particular trade. So when I say I don't have position, doesn't mean I don't have any position. I'm positioned already, and the trades I've taken partial profits, and there's nothing to lose. There's no risk on my trades. I'm just trying to see if we'll get this up here. So if we continue to get a weakened dollar, I'm looking to trade this, because I had, I started buying from here. I talked about that one. You could go, if you're watching from the YouTube channel, you could, you'd see, go back and play the previous week's video, weekly market outlook. You see, we've been trying to buy. We've actually been positioned long from here. We're trying to take this thing up here. Actually, I'm looking to take this thing higher, 1.2080. That's actually my more or less final target. But since we've broken out of this range, or this trend line, I'm actually looking to be bullish. I'm more bullish. You could see we were divergent and price broke higher. Not just that, we have broken this high, we've broken structure. So most likely any pullbacks, we could get a pullback if we see a strong dollar. But any pullback into this zone, I will be looking to buy. Right? I'm not interested in selling this pair, not interested in selling this pair whatsoever. I'm only interested in looking for buy opportunities, because that's the way I'm looking to get position. So yes, I do have set of buy entries from here. I had some buys here, but I think I got taken out for break even. So just a couple of positions from down here. I'll be looking to get back in if we get down here. If we don't, I wouldn't force this. If price breaks high, I wouldn't force that. I'll probably look to buy again here. But for right now, I'm not interested in buying or selling. I would like to see if we can get down toward this around 1.060. If we get down there, I would look for confirmation to buy, and then I'll try and take this long. Remember, my overall target will still be this highs, and this highs just above, I think, September FOMC rates statement. Okay. So that will be EU. Now, let's look at AUDCAD, because this one could blow up, right? Could blow up anytime soon. For those of you, most of you guys who join me in my classes, you know that we've been heavily bullish on this one for a while, right? We've been buying this for good reason, right? And even though it looks like price is ranging, I'm still more like 70% bullish. I'm still inclined bullish. My trades are in profit. Sure, I'm still just looking to get repositioned into those trades. We have several trades, several buy trades from down here. So we have several buy trades from down here. We have some buy trades from here. So it's all about getting in again. And so what could we potentially be looking to on this one? What would I potentially be looking for? Well, here's the thing. The reason I'm going long on this is because of a weekly, a higher time frame, the weekly time frame structure, which we are coming back to retest the previous SND zone, right? So right now I'm looking to take this. I'm looking to get positioned, or I'm positioned already. I'm looking to get even more position to take this all the way up to this high. That's my primary target, which is about 500 pips range. So now, remember, like we saw on for Tuesday forex factory reports, we're expecting a cash rate. Now, if this comes out as expected or even better, so if it comes out at 0.75 or maybe better, then you would expect to see this blow up. So I would expect a very strong Aussie CAD. Because if the Aussie gets stronger, if the interest rate is increased, we'll see strength on this one. And however, if we don't get this, so analysts are forecasting 0.75. If it doesn't come out at 0.75, it comes out worse than 0.75. then we could see the market actually pull back much deeper. Now I don't expect we'll see the rate come out at less than 0.75 because everybody's increasing rates. COVID restrictions are clearing up. Yes, there are still some distress in the global economy, but the financial landscape has to return to normalcy at some point. So I don't expect it to come out less than 0.75, but if it does, then and only then would I be actually looking to maybe get out of my positions, but not really, because I'm positioned from an extreme area and there's no risk on my trade. My trades are break even and I've taken some partials, so it's just trying to get into more positions and take this up here. Now, so how would I be looking to trade this? Now, here's the thing. So if we drop down to the 4-hour time frame, you notice what is beginning to happen. So what I'm going to do is just bring up a pair so with less drawings. So notice what is beginning to happen, right? So you can see the price is, we've been bearish, right? So we've been bearish from all this while, moving down, making lower lows and lower highs, like aggressively bearish. And we started making, so we ranged here. This is where we did some Y-curve accumulation. We marked up price and then we came back to, test previous zones. And then you could see we started making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Until this point where we started to range. Now we're not making higher highs or higher lows, we're just ranging. Now, what do I say? If you join me in my classes, you know what I feel about ranges. Now, when the market starts to range like this, what actually is happening here is the market is either accumulating or distributing. So smart money are positioning themselves to, to push price to the next zone. So take, for example, our EURGBP trade. So I've been talking about that one for a while. We were within a range, and we got into the setup quite nicely. And price, when it broke out, it just went away. Right now, it's back coming back to test that zone. But that's this kind of setup I'm expecting. Now, you see this range, this gray box, this gray highlighted area here, that the market is ranging within. What is happening here, the way I see it is we're reaccumulating. So we had minor accumulation here, we marked up, and it seems it appears that we're reaccumulating. It could easily become a distribution if price breaks down. Now, what could we expect? Well, here's one of two things. When the market do break out of this range, it's going to push away fast and hard, right? It's going to push away fast and hard. Now I'm favoring a break above, but it could also very easily be a break below, right? Now, the reason I'm looking for a break above, I've explained that already. We're looking to move away from weekly zone. However, I don't know the markets. Like you don't want to get overly confident when it comes to trading. You want to always be cautious. Be cautious as the serpent, as there's dove, that kind of approach to trading, where you don't want to now hold on to your opinion strongly. But I'm looking to be more bullish on this one, especially by tomorrow. So remember that report is going to be early in the morning, so around, let me just confirm, it's going to be by 3 a.m. So yeah, 5:30 a.m. So some of you might still be sleeping when that one comes out. Now, I don't trade the news itself, like I always keep saying, but the effect of it definitely will look to get involved. So now with this range that we're seeing the market move within, definitely this week we're breaking out of it. I can say we're breaking out of this range because it's overdue. And what is most likely going to happen, or I'm expecting a break to the upside. Now, some people might be aggressive and put buy stops and all of those things, but I probably wouldn't do that because I like to trade with confirmation. But if you want to, it's fine. But remember, we could get a liquidation, a pullback, and a continuation. So just be prepared for anything. Now, one thing that we might see is actually a breakdown, right? We could see a breakdown and an immediate spike back up. So if we see the market, let's say, push down below this range, and then we see it close back within that range, and then that would be our spring. So if you understand Y-curve, that would be our spring or our STB. And then what could potentially happen is you would see the market aggressively push up. Now, what could potentially do that? It could be the news, it could be, just whenever a smart man is ready to, or the composite man is ready to show their hand. But I'm expecting a break higher. And then if we do break that, well, the first target is going to be up here. and then the next target will be this high. But you know my overall long-term bias, any trade I get involved here, remember I always read confirmation. I remember when I do send out trade signals to the Telegram group for clients who have funded their account, when, let's say the trade setup is intact, tell you, okay, this is, you can start looking for confirmation to go long or to go short. And so remember, if you want to get access to those, make sure you fund your account, reach out to your account managers, and they'll add you to the Telegram group. Okay, so I'm expecting a break higher, but I want to see confirmation. So confirmation, either price, I want to see price break above here because I'm only looking for buys for now. I'm not interested in selling this. I'm just looking for buys. So either one of two things, the market breaks above and then, continue to move. Now, I'm already positioned here. I think I have some position here as well, right? So I'm not eager to get in again here because I'm well positioned. But if we get a break below and an immediate spike back up, I could be looking to get in on some fractal time frames to try and take the next move up. So that will be my AUDCAD expectation and forecast for the week. When the trade starts setting up, I will be sending out those reports, those ideas or analysis to the Telegram group as well. Now, EURGBP, we also have been EURGBP as EG. This one we've been looking at. It's been beautiful. It's been a beautiful trade. Price has been marking up exactly like we expected. We have some buy positions. We've been buying for for a while. Actually, yeah, we bought buying from here. We did get into more positions here, and again, I got into more positions here. And while we were having our live cutting edge room, we also were live when this happened, and I hope some of us did get into some positions here as well. So I'm stacked up on this one. And this liquidity up here is most likely going to be run. So you could see the same sort of range that I talked about. You see the market ranged and then broke down, and then immediately you could see it broke down, immediately went back into the range and then took off. Came back, tested, ranged a bit, and then took off. So please keep your mic muted. Who is that? Keep your mic muted. So that is the expectation on AUDCAD. Now for this one for today, so this is like a potential trade setup that is already live that you can also look to get involved in. I sent out this one early this morning. So you could start looking to get involved if you wish. I remember this is not financial advice, right? So I'm still looking to take this long to look for buying opportunity here to add to my existing position. So you could look to get involved here. The reason why I'm buying here, well, that one is will be explained maybe on a much different class. But you could see I'm looking to buy from this zone. So my risk to reward is one is to like 4.5, so quite good. I'm risking what 9 pips to try and make 41. So not the worst. Price has come and tapped into this zone, so my trade is already positioned open, looking for long. So I don't think this one needs much preaching. But my overall bias on EG is long. I'm looking to see if we get this all the way back up, to some of these highs, probably before we continue, but at least come up back to this high, then I should be done with it and probably look for a reposition. Now, we're going to look at gold, XAU, USD. I sent out a trade signal, a trade idea on Friday, and the market just tapped into the zone and, went away. So I think it was the 15-minute chart. Yeah. So you could, oh no, shit. So after the NFP, the markets, I think, spiked up a little bit and then started pulling back down. I talked about this one some weeks ago where I was looking to look for some buy opportunities down here, right? But price never made its way down there and instead started breaking to the upside, which was good. And so I started looking to buy from this zone. So on Friday, the market came, tapped into it exactly and pushed away, right? And then, well, you know, started making inner bullish structure, which is the reason why I'm actually buying, looking to add more position to this as well. So I'm already positioned buying from here. I'm also positioned, let's see, yes, I'm also positioned also from this zone again. So I have like 2 trades from here, which obviously my target is still the same. My risk is obviously something like this. And I'm looking to go after some sort of high like that. So this one also minimal risk is quite small. Reward is risk to reward ratio is like 1:15. So we'll see if this one plays out quite nicely. But my trade from here is now at break even, and we're looking to see if we can take this up. The reason is, well, we are, let me see. So if we zoom out, right? I used to look at, there was a trend line like so. Let's see if I removed it. Okay, so you could see this. Let me draw this instead. Since this low, price started making somewhat of the higher highs, you know, let's just say since this low, right? Price has been marking up from here, right? And if we just follow price trail, this was the last move that pushed this up. So all of this is still one big move up. And then this move down is potentially just a retracement. Now I was expecting, if you look at some of the previous videos, I was actually expecting price to break this low, right? But since price failed to take out this low, it signified that buyers are really, you know, the market buyers are actually more in control. If they defend this area, now price could definitely come back and take it out. But because of the way they defended the area, well, I can only trade the price structure I'm seeing. Long term, the price is bullish. Yes, short term or medium term, the price is looking bearish. But since tapping into this low here, price actually started looking to turn bearish, which is the reason why we started looking for this, looking for buy opportunity to take this higher. Okay, so therefore you could see, if we now, let's say, drop down to the 4-hour charts, you'd see that since making this low down here, price has therefore started to make higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So we're expecting a higher low and a new higher high, you know, and maybe a higher low, you know, or something of the nature, which is the reason why we're looking to buy this zone. Okay, so we've looked at what? We looked at 5 instruments. We looked at the DXY, we looked at AUDCAD, looking at AUDCAD, AUDCAD. We also looked at gold and looked at EURGBP, okay? And I'm not going to obviously break down all the pairs that I were looking out for. Those are for exclusive classes, and then for clients, I'll send out any good ideas on the Telegram group. But I think I have time to take a couple of questions. If you want me to just quickly look at any instruments for you, well, now will be the time to just drop in your question or drop in a message for me on the chat there with the instruments you'd like us to quickly take a look at. But those are my favorites. So my favorites for now are AUDCAD long, GBP long, and gold long. Okay, so those are my favorite 3 instruments to look for trading opportunity for the week. As things stands, they are intact. If it changes, well, I'll also be letting you guys know. Okay.